Welcome to the Lanyap, a little something extra for your health, your family, and your future. Hosted by Caroline Badon, wife, mama, fitness and wellness guru, fashion and iced coffee lover, and the marketing director and podcaster for the Fussell Group. This podcast is your go-to for real conversations, expert insight, and the heart behind the Fussell Group's mission. Because life's not just about getting by, it's about showing up with purpose and serving the community with what matters. Let's get into it. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Lanyap podcast. I'm your host, Caroline Badon, and today I am super excited to be here with Carly Hollrah, owner of Hollrah Wellness and Aesthetics, and a good friend of mine. I'm so excited to have you.
I know. I was flattered you asked.
So today we're going to dive into health and wellness, building trust in the community, loving what you do, all the good things, and the art of truly serving your clients and building those relationships with your clients. I mean, I feel like you're the perfect person for that. So
thank you. Yeah. Awesome.
So let's start at the beginning. Can you tell us what inspired you to create Hollrah Wellness and Aesthetics and how you moved from the nursing world to that?
Yes, absolutely. I love our little origin story. So I was a ICU nurse for 8 years, which I loved. That really taught me critical thinking skills, and I just feel really, really practices your empathy, you know? So once I got that down and I knew I had that solid nursing background, my husband and I moved here to Mandeville, which I'm born and raised, and I wanted something here that I could create that was a place I wanted every other state we had lived that I couldn't find. And then when I moved here, I didn't quite find it either. So I was like, I'm going to make a wellness sanctuary, so we're not super crunchy, but then we're not just all aesthetics and injectables. So we're a beautiful blend of both, where you walk through the door and you're like, I want to hang out here. Even if I don't have an appointment, I want to hang out here.
That's me.
And it's just fun, and I'll sit and I'll laugh, I'll cry with my patients. Some want to get in and out, which is great. You have the luxury of not having long wait times. But then other times, they become family. And the hardest part for me, I think, in the beginning was realizing that, your patient will become a friend before a friend becomes a client, or a client will become a friend before a friend becomes a client. And that's so true. But now my patients, and we are still in medicine, so I do like to refer to them as patients instead of clients, but we are all so close. It's I have met actual sisters.
I literally just said a few minutes ago, it's my favorite place to go.
Yeah.
It's
me too.
Not only are you going to leave feeling so much better, but just while you're there, it's
yeah,
everything's right in the world.
Yep.
Yeah. I love that. So it's not just about aesthetics. It's about the whole person care, which I can admit, I get that from you guys. And when I go there, it's not just about, oh, I want Botox here, Botox there. It's you're like, how's your mental state?
Yeah. I mean, you've been in my office crying postpartum.
Yeah. How are you feeling? Are you tired? Do you need energy? What are the things? And that's one of the most important things about my visits at Hollrah, I would say, is I know that I'm going to leave there feeling better, or leave there with a solution to feel better.
Yeah, we always love a game plan.
So tell us what Hollrah Wellness actually offers, especially to the listeners that might not know. Maybe they just see the aesthetics and they're like, oh, Botox, that's not for me.
Yeah.
Tell them what else you offer.
Okay, so obviously we offer our aesthetic injectables. I think that we have some of the best laser techs on the Northshore. We have wonderful results with our lasers. We offer wellness visits. So, I mean, if you are battling with anxiety or postpartum fog or fatigue, low libido. So we offer women's wellness in that regard. We also have a platform called Empower, which is for stress urinary incontinence, the weaker orgasms that you get after you have children, some laxity, some leaking, things like if you have to wear a pad when you work out. These are all things that we address on the women's wellness side, along with peptides, weight loss, hormones. We do it all. Casey is our women's wellness nurse practitioner. She brings 8 years of experience to the team, which is crazy. She was everyone's go-to for women's wellness. And when I told my friends that she accepted the job, they were like, that is the get of the century.
Literally.
You secure the bag with her. She's everyone's favorite, and now she's ours. And it's crazy.
When I saw that announcement, I was like, there's no way.
Yeah, it broke the internet. Yeah, literally. It's crazy.
Not only do you both kind of look alike, but two amazing people in the same place that you can just go book an appointment. I was like,
yeah, and she's Katie's cousin.
Really?
Yeah. So when everyone's like, oh, they all look alike there, it's like, well, we're all related. So
Oh, I didn't even know that.
yeah.
So you're such a hometown girl. You did mention that you
Yeah.
were born and raised in Mandeville. You built your business right here. That community trust is everything.
It
The
is.
relationships are everything. How did you cultivate that credibility early on, and then especially in a field where people can like understandably be cautious about the decisions that they make and the way they
Yeah.
spend their money?
Yeah, for sure. There is just something to be said for the North Shore. Like it really supports its people
Mm-hmm.
and it is crazy. And I know no one ever leaves. You know, my husband and I, we left for 8 years and then we moved back and he's like, he heard from a friend of a friend that even though the friend went to Jesuit, he told Hunter probably 13 years ago, he was like, North Shore girls move back.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
Always.
I don't care where you're going. If you're going to Japan, if you're going to get stationed here, North Shore girls move home.
Mm-hmm.
And Hunter walked into the squadron 13 years after he told him that and ran into this guy. And he was like, I told you you'd move home.
Yeah.
So they just really supported the business. And that credibility that you have is like you only get one reputation
Exactly.
and that's it, you know? And I think that I had a really good reputation going into this. And like sometimes you just can't force it on the North Shore, you know? Like I feel like sometimes people like they see that it's an affluent community and that it's safe and has good schools and they move here and try to like throw up this med spa and it's like you didn't really understand the community, you
Right.
know?
Right.
But it was incredible the way that the North Shore showed up for us when we opened.
Yeah.
They were like, that's our girl. Like
I
we're
remember
going
it.
there.
I remember it. So I love that. No cookie cutter solutions. People today feel that too. And like you said, the North Shore community is so like close knit.
Yeah.
I just said that on another podcast that I was talking on it. It was a nonprofit organization and she was just saying how much the North Shore gives back to their organization.
Yeah.
Because they're a nonprofit and that's how they like
Yeah.
do anything. So your clients rave about, you know, the fact that when they come to you, they feel like they've been heard
Mm-hmm.
and you do what's best for them. And like you say, like even with the Botox about aging gracefully,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and beautifully and not too much or not too little, like
Yeah. I think it's a fine line.
fill in here.
Yeah.
Because
It's a fine line of like, you want to age gracefully, but that doesn't mean not doing anything.
right.
That also doesn't mean looking strange. You know, I
Right.
say a lot, I would rather you look old than weird. You know, I don't want you to look strange. I don't want your husband or your family to think you look different and like that doesn't look good. You
Yeah.
know, I think that filler in the right hands can be undetectable. And I think that that is the key to looking classy and looking, you know, like you're still a mom.
You're
you
aging
know,
gracefully.
yeah, you're still a grandma, you're still a teacher, you're still a nurse, you know, like you still run a business. Like you have this look that you can't alter too much, you know?
Right.
So I think that like that is gracefully to say, I want to preserve the way that I feel. Like I feel 25, you know? I may not want to look 25, but I want what I see in the mirror to match how young I feel and how youthful and how good I feel, you know? So
Right.
I think that the outside should match that.
And that's something just from like reading Google reviews and things like that on Hollrah, a lot of people make sure that they say is that like when they go there, they're seen, they're heard, and they don't feel like they've just gotten all this Botox and look totally different.
Yeah.
You know, like you make the right decisions for them
Yeah.
in the way that they want to look.
Yeah, and I'll
So-
tell people no too. I'm like,
I mean-
absolutely not. Like, that would not look good on you. That is not right for you. We've done
Right.
too much too quick. You know, like we need to
We need to
pump the
dissolve.
brakes. Yes. Like, what's going on? Why are you here every week? Like, let's get to the bottom of what's going on. You know, it's
Right.
not you just want lip filler. It's like, let's unpack that.
Right. So let's get real for a minute. Any memorable moments that remind you why service with heart matters?
Yes.
Any specific stories you want to share? Eye-opening client experiences, anything like that?
Yes. I just know like I met a client, she was just really going through it. She was just there for an aesthetic injectable consultation. And we ended up discussing like her dad had fallen ill and she was just bawling, you know? And I'm like, gosh, like the way that I can hear these patients and say, like, let me help you, you know, like get set up with Dr. Fusel, you know, and I can give you a little bridge until you get in with her, you know? And it's like, and I love her, you know? So
Yes.
it's like, we just all have like this kind of revolving door of like caring providers that I can send people to. And then another time that I really loved this was my son goes to Our Lady of the Lake and they're asking for donors. And he was like, my mom at Hollrah will donate. And I was just like, you're so cute. Like, he knows that like we do give back, you know, that's charity is very, very important to us. We try to never even say no, even if it's like for some random dance team that I've never heard of, you know, but like we give back to pediatric brain cancer is a big one for us. And I just always try to give back, and the kids see that, you know.
And it's important for the kids to see it.
Yeah, it is.
So for anyone listening who wants to build a business rooted in trust and community, what is one piece of advice you can give?
Don't listen to the riffraff. People are going to give you so much advice in the beginning. They're going to give you a lot of little tidbits, and you just have to like find your true north. You know, being Christian, being not Christian, whatever. But like for me, it was like, this is my God-given purpose to be a mom and to be a business owner. And like, I can't stray from that. And it's not about making the most money or having the cutest logo. I was like, I have to stay true to this and not stray, you know? And like, if you fail, like at least you tried. Some people don't even try.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
And then I got through that first year of like I don't know, it just felt really rocky and really wavy, and like my boat was falling apart. And I got through that, and like, I, you know, have said this before, like slammed my laptop shut and was like, that's it. I'm not looking for ER nurse practitioner jobs anymore. Like we are Hollrah, and we're not going anywhere. And no matter what people try to do to you or take away from you, like this is it. And I took closing off of the table and was like, we're moving fast and forward in the right direction. And if you build it, they will come, and they have. And so after I kind of like stopped looking up other nurse practitioner jobs that night and like telling myself, you know, I had to say like,
option.
Yeah, I had to say like, I provide a livelihood for 8 wonderful employees and a life for my family and for my kids, and like that's it. So nothing is going to touch that
option. So it's the slow growth,
the
strong roots, and staying true to what your mission is.
Yeah.
And not letting someone make you think that you can't do it, or you shouldn't do it, or you should look
do it
elsewhere,
this way,
or do it this way or that way. It's been so inspiring, Carly, having you here. Thank you so much for sharing your heart and your journey and your story and everything that you offer at Hollrah. If there's one thing you want everyone who's listening or watching to know, what is something that you can offer to the community that they may not know?
Okay. And I get this advice from your mom all the time. Every time I see your mom, she gives me really good advice. But as women, I feel like it's very hard for us to know and to truly understand that we can have it all. And I feel like my biggest piece of advice is that you can. Like, you can be a good business owner and a good boss, a good mom, and a good wife. Like, it doesn't have to be, nothing else has to sacrifice for you to excel at something else.
And stay healthy and self-care
and not put yourself on the back burner.
All the things.
It's okay to be all of those things, you know?
That's what Hollrah helps with. I mean, God forbid I didn't come into Hollrah and learn all these different things. I mean, from skin regimen to mental health to women's postnatal health, like all the things. It's like you go in there, it's a one-stop shop for a female.
I love when new moms come in, because they're like, wow, I really needed to be here. I don't even know what I got out of this, but like, I feel so much better already.
But you offer stuff to men too.
Oh yeah, yes. Of course, we cater to men.
Yeah.
We do hormone replacement for men. We do Botox. We do anti-aging. We do hair restoration, which all of our men love, even though they don't love to admit it. Two of our guy patients ran into each other in the lobby the other day. They both had hats on. One was like, "What are you doing in here?" He's like, "Dude, I'm losing my hair." And the other guy's like, "Yeah, me too, bro. That's why I'm here." And it's just like so cute to see them too. So we are not super pink and girly. Like, your husband can come, like, send your man. You know, if you're in the dating field and you're feeling self-conscious about a bald spot, like, we've got you. And, you know, like, I always tell people, like, I wouldn't do something to you that I wouldn't do to my husband.
Right.
I'm not going to make you look weird.
No. And that's one of the number one things, like we've said already in this podcast, is like, people feel comfortable coming to you because they know that you're not going to make them look weird.
Yeah. Or make them feel uncomfortable.
Right.
The worst thing that I could ever do is make someone feel uncomfortable.
Right. Well, thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
Loved having you. It was fun. And I love sharing with everyone everything that y'all offer and all the amazing things that you do. So if you want to glow from the inside out, make sure you go stop by Hollrah Wellness and Aesthetics in Madisonville. You'll find top tier care combined with genuine connection.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching.
Oh, love you guys.
Thanks for joining us on the Lanyap. We hope today gave you the little something extra that you needed. Be sure to subscribe, share this with a friend, and follow us on social at FGIALA for more tools to live well and make the right decisions for your health and future. Until next time, stay golden, stay the course, and never forget, we'll be there for you.